Take it away.
SKOL Vikings, let's win this game. SKOL Vikings, honor your name. Go get that first down, let's get a touchdown. Rock 'em, knock 'em, fight, 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 fight. SKOL Vikings, run up the score. You'll hear us yell for more. V-I-K-I-N-G-S. SKOL Vikings, let's go.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Viking Spin. I'm your host, Jason, and we have got the Vikings versus Bears preview podcast. The Vikings taking on the Chicago Bears coming up on Monday Night Football. The Vikings come into the game at 2-2, while the Bears come in at 1-3. And let's go ahead and get to some of the news and injury reports on this game. Obviously, big news for the Bears was they made the switch from Mike Glennon to Mitch Trubisky at quarterback following last Thursday's loss by the Bears to the Packers. Mike Glennon has not played well, and the Bears decided to make the change at quarterback. So the rookie Mitchell Trubisky will get his first NFL start against Mike Zimmer's defense. Mike Zimmer will get the opportunity here to welcome the rookie quarterback to the league. I fully expect the Vikings will throw a lot at Mitch Trubisky to try to get him to make some mistakes in the game. The injury reports are coming in, and for the Vikings got some good news. This week, Sam Bradford has been practicing all week on a limited basis. Mike Zimmer said he is questionable for the game on Monday night, so there is a pretty good chance that he'll actually play. Though the Vikings haven't made any official word yet, they put him on there as questionable. And then also for the Vikings, Andrew Sendejo is questionable, but it sounds like he's going to play. He practiced again for the Vikings. Jaron Kearse has a groin injury, is questionable, and Rashad Hill is out with a knee injury. Now for the Bears, it looks like they've got, of course, they're dealing with the suspension of Danny Trevathan. Trevathan was suspended initially for 2 games, but it was reduced to 1 game for his illegal hit on Packers wide receiver Devontae Adams in the last game that they played. So he will definitely miss the Monday night ball game, and he's going to be out for the Bears. They're also dealing with a couple of other injuries at the linebacker spot with Nick Kwiatkowski. He's out, and Willie Young, the outside linebacker, is out. So they've got 3 linebackers that are going to be backups playing, and I think that plays into the Vikings' favor. I believe that Akeem Hicks, their defensive end, and their center, Grasu, are probably going to play. They were limited in practice this week, but they're in better shape than Kwiatkowski and Willie Young. So I anticipate that they're going to play. But the Bears having 3 backup linebackers, I think that's going to create a favorable matchup for Kyle Rudolph at tight end. Especially if Sam Bradford plays. Rudolph is one of Bradford's favorite targets. But Rudolph is definitely going to have a favorable matchup, regardless of who's quarterback, because of the Bears' injuries at linebacker. And I think this will also help the Vikings' running game as well, which will be important for Latavius Murray and Jerick McKinnon to establish the running game for the Vikings, so the offense could operate at maximum efficiency. I like the matchups for Stephon Diggs and Adam Thielen and Michael Floyd. Keep in mind, Michael Floyd is now back from his 4-game suspension that he served, and he is ready to go for the Vikings this week. Floyd has been in team meetings the whole time, so he is ready just to jump right in there and play. I would guess the Bears are going to probably put their top cornerback, who's Prince Amukamara, on Stephon Diggs. I'm guessing Kyle Fuller will take Adam Thielen when he goes into the slot. Marcus Cooper will be on Thielen if they're in a 2-receiver set, or will be on Floyd over on the outside in the 3-receiver sets. I like our offensive lines matchup too. I think they can play well here. We've got a much better offensive line than the last time we played the Bears in Soldier Field. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. And then defensively for the Vikings, the big chess match is going to be between Mike Zimmer and Mitch Trubisky. Like I said, I think Zimmer's going to throw a lot of different looks at Mitch Trubisky. The Bears offensively, they're going to try to establish the run. That is their strong suit, running the ball with, of course, Jordan Howard, who's having another really good year, and their rookie running back, Tariq Cohen, scat back that can catch the ball out of the backfield pretty well. The Vikings will look to neutralize him with Anthony Barr. It'll be important for the Vikings to stop the run first and try to make Trubisky beat them through the air against their exotic coverages and blitz and bluff schemes. So, with that said, the Bears do have a wide receiver group. It's Kendall Wright. They've also got Thompson and Marcus Wheaton, the other 2 receivers. Nobody really that scary there that the Vikings corners can't handle. Kendall Wright being their best receiver, I think that's a matchup that Xavier Rhodes can take away. You kind of cut the field in half, and it's going to force Trubisky, because the Bears sustained injuries earlier in the season and in preseason. Cameron Meredith and Kevin White went down for them, to lean more heavily on their tight ends. Now they got a pretty good one in Zach Miller. Deion Sims is also shares time with him, as well as rookie Adam Shaheen. I expect Trubisky to lean on those guys quite a bit, but the Vikings can eventually take that away and force them to go downfield to the receivers in less favorable matchups. But the key to all of that is going to be stopping the run, because if a team can establish the run, then they can use the play action pass, and they're probably going to want to get Trubisky on the move, rolling out bootlegs to the tight end, attacking through levels. But if you shut down the running game, that really takes that part of it away from them, and to make it more difficult on Trubisky to try to do it in a more conventional way, trying to just drop back and go down the field to the wide receivers. Special teams, the Vikings come into the game number 1 in punt coverage. Ryan Quigley is doing a phenomenal job as the punter, getting the ball inside the 20 and inside the 10 quite a bit. Kai Forbath is looking to bounce back after last week, missing a field goal that he should have made. Before that, I believe he hit 23 straight, so he's looking to go on a new streak here. And the Bears come into the game. Tariq Cohen does some punt returns for them, and their kicker is Connor Barth, who I believe is either 2 of 4 or 3 of 4 this year on field goals. So, the Bears, looking at their rankings, they run the ball well. They don't throw the ball so well. Of course, they're making a change at quarterback here. We'll see if that changes anything for them, but I don't think their game plan will change all that much. I think they're going to just, maybe roll Trubisky out a little bit more because he's a little bit more mobile, but I think they're going to definitely, they're not going to change who they are as far as running the ball. They're going to try to run the ball. And, that's what the Bears do, and that's what their strong suit is on offense. And, defensively, the Bears are pretty good against the run. and they're not so good against the pass. I believe they're ranked 18th against the pass, so they're giving up some big plays in the passing game. I don't think they have, spectacular corners. They have a good run defense, but, they're missing 3 linebackers this week, so I think that the Vikings will be able to take advantage of that. And if they can run the ball effectively, they will give either Sam Bradford or Case Keenum plenty of time off of play action fakes to be effective there. And I think the Vikings just need to go in there and not make mistakes. Just don't beat yourself. Don't make costly penalties. Don't turn the ball over. If the Vikings can win the turnover battle here, I think they're going to win this game easily. Obviously, I think if Sam Bradford plays, the Vikings' chances of winning this game increase dramatically. Although I do still think they can win with Keenum, but I think it'd be a lot closer, and I'd feel a lot more comfortable, if Sam Bradford can make the start. But those are the keys to the game that I think the Vikings will need to do to come out of here with a victory. It's important that they do. When you want to be, when you're a playoff team, you beat the teams that you should, and this is a team that the Vikings should beat. You have to go on the road and beat them. This Soldier Field mystique or whatever. I don't believe in that kind of stuff. You just have to go in there and get your job done and execute and beat the team that you are better than. So the Vikings need to get it done. And pretty much, that will set the tone for the second quarter of the season, because we've got, after this, another division game. We're going to go home and we'll play against Green Bay, and then we've got another home game against Baltimore, and then the Browns in London close out the second quarter of the season before we head into the bye week, which I think will come at a good time. We're there in the middle of the season for the Vikings to get healthy. So, but that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. I do thank you for joining us again for another edition of Vikings Spin, and we'll see you next time. I'll leave you with a little simple plan here as we go.